Hey, what's up everyone? Since it's almost Halloween in 6 days, I decided to make a video regarding spirits and ghosts. So as you'll see here, Ghosts of Gettysburg, there have been multiple encounters of Civil War spirits, not only in Gettysburg, but in Tennessee and other areas that were battle-ravaged places. And I'm going to share an encounter that I've shared before on this channel, but if you're new to it, then you might not be aware. Years ago, it was near Halloween, or it might have been on Halloween, we had an encounter where we heard, first of all, an old siren. It was like, wee woo, constantly. And it was not like anything today. Then, an old army truck was driving sporadically and should have gone off the bridge, technically, the way it was driving. Then, the next thing we know, there's lanterns down in the field across the road. And these lanterns are crossing the road going into the field across from our creek branch. And we hear banjo music, wartime music playing, and stuff like that. You know how the battlefield soldiers would play the banjo and they would sing. Well, suddenly, after the banjo music, we hear musket fire. We hear gunshots galore, all in the hills, screaming and hollering, yelling, and they are the sound of war surrounding us. And at the time, I had a ghost app I used. I haven't used them in a long time, but at the time, I turned it on, and it said, war, war. And it was really something to experience that in person. You could hear the gunshots, the gunfire. You could hear the screaming, the hollering of, ah, whoa, ah, yeah. You could hear them hollering everywhere and firing from the hills and the valley, from everywhere. There were gunshots galore. And then the sound of that banjo music again. Then it went off into silence later. But it was an eerie night that we will never forget from several years ago. From the music playing to the lanterns crossing from the creek to the field. Crossing over the road and just crossing in toward the creek branch right near our yard, right across from our yard. The lanterns all went to the field across from the creek branch, and then the hollering, yelling, and screaming and gunfire began everywhere. And the end was banjo music. Along with even wartime vehicles that we could hear and see, and then they just disappeared. And this was around 10 o'clock at night. And then suddenly it faded off. And there was nothing else happening. But it was everywhere. It was as if a battle was going on right before our eyes. There are definitely spirits of the Civil War all around, and you're liable to experience anything. So whenever you observe, always keep your eyes open, always keep an open mind, and just don't disrespect the spirits, which I never did, but some out there do. And you never know what you'll see and hear. Alright, that's all for this video. Peace, signing out.